When Emma got back from her job, she thought she'd find Oliver, her cat, by the door as usual. But Oliver wasn't waiting there today. Emma got scared and began searching everywhere, calling out his name. When she finally discovered Oliver and lifted him up, she couldn't believe what she saw. His nose was huge and puffy. She rushed him to the vet right away. Emma had never witnessed something like this before. Oliver's nose looked like it had blown up like a bubble. It appeared as if a bee had hurt him, but that didn't add up. Oliver had stayed indoors the whole day, and it was cold outside. There weren't supposed to be any bugs nearby. Though Emma was scared out of her mind, Oliver acted perfectly normal. He didn't seem to realize anything was different. His nose was 10 times bigger than usual, but he wasn't upset about it. "Oh no, Oliver, what happened to you?" Emma said quietly, softly petting his hair. She tried calling the vet, but learned they had already closed. It was past 7 p.m. Her only choice was the emergency animal hospital, which would cost money that Emma didn't have. Ever since her boyfriend had moved out, Emma had been having trouble paying her bills with her low paycheck. Emma had to make a hard choice: use almost all her saved money to get her cat help right now, or wait until the next day and pray everything would turn out fine. Seeing how normal Oliver was behaving, she chose to wait, though she understood it was risky. Cats are really good at hiding when they feel sick or hurt. Emma chose to stay up the entire night keeping an eye on Oliver. She wouldn't go to sleep and would drink coffee to keep herself awake. It probably wasn't smart, but Emma couldn't come up with any other plan. Oliver liked getting so much care from his favorite human, even though he didn't get why. Oliver acted like himself throughout the night, sleeping, eating, playing, and cuddling. He seemed content, but Emma knew something wasn't right. She just hoped she wouldn't be too tired to drive to the vet when they opened up. Emma phoned the vet first thing when morning came to make an appointment. Luckily, they weren't very busy and could fit Oliver in within 2 hours. Emma told the person on the phone about Oliver's puffy nose. The woman answering didn't seem worried. They'd helped cats with swollen noses before, but she had no clue just how gigantic Oliver's nose really was. When Emma came in, holding Oliver, everybody stared at them. The woman at the front desk's mouth fell open. She hadn't thought the nose would be that enormous. Everyone looked unsure and anxious. "Oh, wow, I've never seen something like this before," the woman at the desk said, clearly amazed. The vet was doing an operation and couldn't be bothered, but the desk worker didn't want to just sit there. When Oliver tried to scratch his ear, she got nervous he might damage his nose and put a safety collar around his neck. Oliver despised the collar and did everything he could to get it off, which made things even worse. Other pet owners in the waiting area whispered to each other and decided that Emma should go ahead of them. Her problem looked way more serious than what they were dealing with. Before long, the vet completed his operation and noticed all the fuss. At first, he was puzzled, but then he spotted Oliver's enormous nose and realized he needed to help immediately. He took Emma and Oliver into his checkup room. Oliver was put on the table and became more relaxed now that the nervous desk worker wasn't trying to hold him down. The doctor was much more calm, and animals can feel that. The vet was clearly worried about Oliver's nose. The doctor asked Emma questions, trying to understand what had occurred, but Emma had no idea. She'd simply returned from work and discovered her cat like this. "Doctor, what might this be? I'm so scared," Emma asked nervously. "Let me check him completely first before I tell you anything," Dr. Mitchell said peacefully. In the quiet checkup room, Dr. Mitchell looked at Oliver carefully. He studied the strange puffiness of Oliver's nose. It was really big and red, standing out against his dark fur. Dr. Mitchell gently turned Oliver's head, searching for signs of hurt or bug bites but didn't find anything. Emma stood close by, watching every move. Dr. Mitchell pulled out a measuring stick and measured the swollen part, writing down the numbers. While he worked, he watched Oliver's responses closely. The cat stayed surprisingly relaxed, his green eyes following what was happening around the room, but showing no signs of being uncomfortable. The doctor then carefully felt around the swelling with his fingers. Many years of practice had made his touch soft, which helped Emma feel better. He looked for bumps, liquid, or other strange things under the fur and skin. Oliver, who usually got nervous, seemed to know this was important and didn't move. Amazingly, during the whole checkup, Oliver showed no signs of being in pain, no crying, no trying to get away, nothing to suggest the swelling hurt. This confused both Emma and Dr. Mitchell. Cats are good at hiding pain, but Oliver's calm attitude seemed real. After finishing his checkup, Dr. Mitchell stepped away, thinking hard. "Well, Emma," he said, "I don't see any signs of injury or bug bites. The swelling is big, but he doesn't seem to be hurting." Emma felt both better and annoyed. Happy Oliver wasn't in immediate trouble, but frustrated that they still didn't know what was causing the issue. Dr. Mitchell named the tests they'd need: blood tests, x-rays, maybe a brain scan. Each word felt heavy to Emma. "How much?" she said quietly. The amounts he said made her feel sick, more than what she paid for her apartment each month. At home, Emma laid out bills on her kitchen table. Coffee money, shoe fixes, grocery cuts. Nothing came close to what she needed. Oliver watched from the window ledge, his swollen nose catching the afternoon sun. That night, he curled up in her lap as she petted his fur. "What should I do?" she whispered to him. His purring vibrated against her body, trusting and cozy. The swelling looked bigger in the lamp's glow. Emma shut her eyes, feeling the heaviness of the choice weighing on her. "I want to heal you, Oliver," she whispered, "but I don't know how I can pay for it." Oliver purred quietly, his comfort as real as Emma's tough choice. The next morning, Emma woke up understanding what she needed to do. She looked at Oliver, still sleeping calmly, and felt sure about her decision. Her money problems, though real, weren't as important as Oliver's health. She grabbed the phone and called Dr. Mitchell's office. "I'll get the tests done," she said with strength. It was a choice made from love, stronger than all her money worries. Emma sat on her sofa, holding her phone, waiting. Finally, she called her family and best friends. One after another, she explained Oliver's puzzling problem and her choice to go ahead with the costly tests. Her voice shook as she talked. She wasn't comfortable asking for help, but her concern was clear. The answers Emma got were full of understanding and support. Her friends listened closely, giving kind words and suggestions. "You're making the right choice for Oliver," they promised her. These talks started to calm Emma's worry. She felt her load getting lighter, now shared with people who cared about her and Oliver. One of Emma's oldest friends, Rachel, did even more. "Let me help pay for some of the vet bills," she offered honestly. This kind act was more than just money help. It showed how strong Emma's support group was. Rachel's offer was hope in Emma's storm of concern, showing her she wasn't handling this by herself. As news about Oliver's problem got around, Emma got many messages. Friends shared their own stories with sick pets, giving suggestions and advice. Each story gave different views on pet care and made Emma feel better that many people had dealt with similar problems. Back at Dr. Mitchell's office, Emma listened closely as he gave Oliver medicine to reduce swelling. "This should help make the puffiness go down and make him feel better," he explained kindly. Dr. Mitchell gave Emma the bottle of pills. "Keep a close eye on Oliver," he said. "Notice any change, even tiny ones." Emma nodded, already planning her careful watching. At home, she set up a comfortable watching spot. Every purr, stretch, and meal became important information in understanding Oliver's problem. As Oliver took his medicine and got comfortable in his soft bed, Emma felt a tiny bit of hope. The medicine wasn't a fix, but it was something. She watched his slow, steady breathing and let herself have a brief moment of calm. The next few days taught Emma real patience. Each day without big changes brought both relief and quiet annoyance. She learned that pet health scares were journeys of waiting just as much as doing something. During sleepless nights, Emma kept her watch, observing Oliver sleep peacefully in the darkness. Every tiny movement made her heart beat fast with worry and hope. Then came the good news. The swelling in Oliver's nose started getting smaller. His whiskers moved more easily. He sniffed around with interest again. The heavy feeling over their home seemed to go away. But the relief didn't last long. Almost as quickly as it had gotten better, the swelling came back, bigger than before. Emma's heart dropped as the familiar bump returned, and her worry came flooding back with crushing strength. Sorry for the interruption. Before we continue with the story, I kindly ask you to like the video and subscribe to this channel. It is very important for us. Thank you very much. While Emma kept watching Oliver, she started seeing other small but strange signs. His happy, playful ways would sometimes stop when he got tired. Sometimes she watched him shake his head like he was trying to shake off something she couldn't see. These little things made the mystery harder to solve. How Oliver's problems came and went was confusing. One minute he looked fine, and the next he looked bothered and couldn't sit still. Emma spent many hours thinking about these mixed-up patterns, trying to figure out what could make such sudden changes happen. Ready to get answers, Emma phoned Dr. Mitchell again, telling him about how Oliver kept changing. She told him about every new sign and difference, her voice showing both hope and worry. Dr. Mitchell listened closely, his expert way calming but serious. He said yes, that Oliver's problem needed more checking. "We have to dig deeper into this, Doctor," Mitchell said with concern. Pushed by wanting to help Oliver, Emma began writing down everything in a notebook. Each day, she carefully wrote down how he acted and what was wrong, from what he ate to how he slept. She wrote when the puffiness looked bad and when it got better. Every note was careful and exact, a record of Oliver's sickness that Emma hoped would give important clues. Through this steady routine of caring and watching, Emma felt her closeness with Oliver grow even stronger. She spoke to him while she wrote notes, telling him what she was doing and saying kind words. "Don't be scared, Oliver. We're going to work this out together," she would say gently. Oliver seemed to feel Emma's extra attention and worry, often lying next to her, his soft rumbling sounds giving comfort. Their bond, made stronger by his sickness, became a quiet way of showing love and care. Emma's eyes learned to spot the tiniest change in how Oliver acted. She saw how he responded to different foods, how long he rested, and even small changes in his feelings. Each thing she noticed was part of the mystery, and Emma was set on solving it. As days became weeks, patterns in Oliver's problems started to show up from Emma's careful writing. She saw that some things seemed to make his sickness worse, while others seemed to make it better. These patterns, though hard to see, were telling to Emma. With her notebook filled with careful notes, Emma got ready for their next trip to Dr. Mitchell. She felt like a detective putting together hints, each note in her book a possible answer to Oliver's sickness. While looking through her notebook, a memory popped into Emma's head. She remembered bringing a new room spray into their house a few weeks back. At first, this seemed like nothing, but now it made her think of a possible link. Could such a tiny change in their space have such a big effect on Oliver? Could it really be that easy? Emma said out loud, looking at the room spray. With this new idea, Emma started carefully matching when she began using the room spray with when Oliver's problem started. Looking through her notebook, she went back through the days, her hunch getting stronger. The link was too clear to be chance. The timing matched almost exactly with when Oliver's nose first got puffy. With a goal, Emma set up another visit to Dr. Mitchell with what might be important news. She felt worried but determined as she walked into the vet's office. This visit felt different. She wasn't just looking for answers, but maybe giving a key hint. Dr. Mitchell listened carefully as Emma told him what she saw and the possible connection to the new room spray. His expert interest was clearly caught. "That's very sharp of you, Emma. Things in the environment that cause reactions are more usual than people think," Dr. Mitchell said thoughtfully. On Emma's next visit, Dr. Mitchell was ready to test his idea. He told her how they would check Oliver for bad reactions to things around the house. Emma watched nervously as Oliver went through the tests. Waiting for results felt like forever, but finally Dr. Mitchell called with news. The tests showed a bad reaction in Oliver, exactly caused by the room spray Emma had started using. Feeling better about finding the cause mixed with being shocked. "I can't believe something so normal could cause all this trouble," Emma said, shaking her head in shock. Dr. Mitchell told her how regular house items can sometimes affect pets in unexpected ways. He talked about how important it is to think about changes in the environment. Many pet owners don't know how easily affected animals can be by changes around them, Dr. Mitchell said. Emma felt mixed feelings. Glad that Oliver's sickness wasn't dangerous, but bad that she had accidentally made her cat suffer. Dr. Mitchell gave her medicine and said to take away the room spray and other things that might cause reactions. Emma, right away, threw out the room spray and cleaned her house completely. As she did this, she felt strong, taking charge and making her home safer for Oliver. In the days after throwing out the room spray, Emma saw amazing getting better. The puffiness went away, and Oliver's fun personality came back. Watching him run around with new energy made Emma feel joy. It was like a heavy shadow had gone away. Emma called to thank her friends and family for helping her. "I couldn't have made it through this without all of you. Thank you so much," she told Rachel on the phone. As Oliver got completely well, Emma felt calm come over their home. They had quiet nights together, Oliver making soft sounds in her lap. This experience, though full of worry, had brought them even closer. It was a new beginning based on deeper knowing and promise to a healthier life together. Did you like this story? Would you have put your money at risk for your pet's emergency like Emma did? Tell us in the comments below. If you enjoyed the story, follow this channel and click like. Sometimes the toughest choices come from the strongest love. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Have a good day.